If you go down to the allotments today, you're sure of a big surprise. Jams, jellies and chutneys are pruned, picked and packaged from the homegrown fruit of Alice Yukin and go from plot to pot in just 2 hours.
The health benefits, as far as I'm concerned, is that I know exactly where every piece of fruit came that goes into my jam. I know that I put no chemicals on it. I know that I can virtually point to every single bush. If you buy a jar of blackcurrant jam, I can show you that's the blackcurrant bush it came from. If you buy raspberry jam, that's where it came from. The rose petals in my strawberry jam come from these rose bushes here. And I get a real sense of satisfaction knowing that I know exactly the provenance of my food.
Alice believes supporting local food producers is more important now than ever before.
It's really important to support the local economy. I mean, you know, every penny comes back into the allotment, helps me grow food. Also, it's the food miles, things like that, you know, and the use of the land, things like I worry, certainly for these allotments, that there may be some sort of agenda whereby if they're not used, they become developed and becomes housing, which would be a really, really sad thing. Local food can only be a good thing, particularly if we're going to leave the EU. You know, availability of food is going to become more difficult, really, I think.
And here is the finished result, packaged and ready to be sent to hungry customers across Nottinghamshire.
I mean, this is my jam shelf, that's my chutney and cordial shelf. We've got things like strawberry and rose petals, strawberry with elderflower champagne. I make my own elderflower champagne as well, so if I'm going to make that, I use it in jams. There's quince and ginger jam, which you wouldn't get, a medlar jelly, which is a new one this year that I made, and some membrillo, which is quince paste, basically. Chutneys over there. I have a pear, orange and cardamom one, which is kind of my favourite one. I make a lime, ginger and chilli cordial as well as a rhubarb. It depends what's in season, really, you know, rhubarb, oranges, whatever. These are ready to go to my neighbour food tomorrow.
So what flavours have you got in there?
In here there is heritage tomato chutney, which is quite a nice one actually. That's like burger relish. That's a wild cherry plum jam. We have wild cherry plums that grow along one of the avenues, so I forage for them, and it's a bit of a pain getting the seeds out because they're about the stones out because they're about that big. So you have hundreds of stones, and that's a raspberry and vanilla jam, which kind of tastes a bit like raspberry ripple ice cream, which is quite nice.
Sounds jam-packed with local goodness. Chloe Bicknell for Notts TV.